Okay, fine. Good morning all. So in the last class, we were discussing a case study, and in the case study, we had seen the agriculture land as one of the case study. Like, if you are having an agriculture land, how to utilize the IoT technology, how to implement the IoT technology in making the productivity of the land more. Is it not? So that was the case study which we have done in the previous class, taking agriculture as an example where the implementation of IoT can be done. So what are the things we have discussed in the previous class? The other things we have discussed in the previous class, you may have seen that the implementation of sensors, drones, then camera, and all other IoT devices in order to make sure that your cultivation of the land is brought to the maximum extent. Like if you are supplying water, you should make sure that the water content should not be more or less. If you are putting fertilizers, you should make sure that you put the appropriate fertilizers so that your crop productivity can be increased. So if you know that when you are taking a crop, if anything goes more or it goes less, it is going to impact the productivity of the tomato. So that is what you can observe in the case of all these agriculture related products. So the IoT plays very important role in that case by making sure that the plant growth is maintained as per the requirement of the user. So that is very important. So nowadays, have you visited? You can visit some of the land where this IoT is really implemented. Okay, if you go to DKDK and all those places, you can see that how they really utilize this technology and make sure that the productivity can be improved. Okay, so that is what we were discussing about IoT and in the field of agriculture. Now, what are the advantages of using this IoT? See, if there is any advantage in the technology, then only the technology will survive. If there is no advantage, the technology will not survive further. Okay. So when you are talking about IoT, IoT has a lot of advantages in the field of agriculture, and some of the advantages are we are going to discuss now. For example, as the modern technology has improvised, there is a rapid growth in the productivity. You might have observed, as we have discussed, the population is also increasing and the productivity also has to increase. Otherwise, it becomes inversely proportional and it will be difficult for us to survive. So, and that is the reason we need to make sure that the technological advancements has a rapid development in the field of agricultural productivity, and it enables many processes like it is helping in the different way of cultivating the fields. For example, if you go back to around 100 or 200 years back, where these technologies were not there. So what the farmer has to do, he has to go to the field, make sure that what they used to do that time. They used to go there and they used to check everything, isn't it? And as per their analysis or as per their experience, they used to do the requirements, whatever it is there. So if they feel that the growth of the plant is less, they used to put some fertilizers and all and make sure that it is going to give a better productivity. So all those things we are going to replace with the help of IoT. What is the advantage here? Main advantage. What was the disadvantage at the earlier days and what is the advantage as of today? See, what is the main advantage is you don't have to go to the field. Even if you are sitting almost 100 kilometers away also, still you can do all the processes what is required for that land. Okay, that is what the process of automation is all about. Without your involvement, you can make sure that all the productivity can be improved. First one is what? You might have seen many videos where you have seen that now most of the agriculture process is taken by the robotic automation process, or you can say that with the help of IoT or with the help of very big machines and all. You might have seen bigger machines in the agriculture land which can close the entire 100 acres of land maybe in 5 days time or 3 days time. So that means you might have seen how it will go very fast and do the entire process. It will be the harvesting can be done very fast. The seeds can be removed very fast. So even you might have seen that some of the machines are there which can even pluck the mangoes or oranges which is grown on the tree. You don't have to go there and do all those processes. So even with the help of machine learning or with the help of image processing, it will identify whether the crop has grown, and if it feels like the crop has grown, it will plug the and plug and place it. Okay, so that is what you can also see that many technological improvements has created a lot of drastic improvement in the field of agriculture. Some of you have even taken some of the projects which is relevant to agriculture, where you might have seen that how the means water content or humidity, all those things can be measured, and you can connect a pump by which automatically pumps the water to the field. It's a very simple project. Okay, so let us take the first one, that is automatic seeding mechanism. So what is automatic seeding mechanism? So you know that the process of seeding is very important in the field of agriculture, and you should make sure that you might have seen the machines that it will correct. See, when it is done by machines, if you give that distance as 5 meters, it will exactly go and put the plant in 5 meter only. It will not even that means precision will be there. Accuracy will be better. So it will not go and if you are doing it, you may do it at 2 meter on time, then you may do it at 3 meter, you may do it at 5 meter. So you may have it, you may not do it in the proper way. But when machine is done, you will make sure that the precision is correct, the accuracy is correct, all those things. So first advantage is automatic seeding mechanism. In automatic seeding mechanism, what you can see. So the seeding and planting will be taken care by the machines, and it will be done automatically. Automatically means if you just switch on the machine, it will make sure that the entire seeding process is completed within a short span of time. You don't have to go and do all those processes. Have you seen anything of that kind in any videos or anything? So you can see that the paddy and all, they just leave the machine, it will keep on this what the people were doing before. Maybe 2, 3 neighbors may be required to do a small farmland that will be done within 3 to 4 hours of time by the machine, isn't it? So that is what you can see. This has significantly reduces the manual effort. Means people now before around 100 people are required for almost 10 acres of land. Now maybe 5 to 6 people are enough with the help of very high sophisticated machines and all. So that is there. Error probability also has reduced. So as I have told you that there is chance of error is less. And you can say that delay also means whether it will be when you are doing with machine, it will be obviously it will be faster than the human process. So this is the first advantage, that is automatic seeding process. What is the second advantage? Efficient fertilizers and pesticide distribution. So you know that see here. You know that nobody is going to give you free of cost fertilizers and pesticides, isn't it? So you are going to charge for it, even water. All these are resources which are very precious. So when you are unnecessary, for example, the water content is which is required for that land is already done, then you have to make sure that it should be closed. The valve should be closed so that unnecessary flow of water is not there. You can save the resources. It can be used further. So similarly, these fertilizers and pesticides also the same way. If the pesticide is required for your land, then you need to make an analysis that which pesticide is required, how much quantity is required. Sometimes you may go for the different grades are there. You might have observed like grade 1, grade 2 and all. So based on the requirement of the user, they can select any pesticide and with the help of drones or with the help of any machinery, you can spray the pesticide. Okay. There are people who do it manually. There are machines which do it. So it is up to you that which process you have to do. But when you do that, efficient fertilizer and pesticides control is very important. And what IoT will play the role here? What is the role of IoT here? IoT will make sure that you are not spending unnecessary money on pesticides and fertilizers which is over required or which is not, means if it is too much is means you are using unnecessary too much, it will make sure that it will give you a warning saying that that is not required. Now you can stop the usage of fertilizers. Now you can stop the usage of this pesticides and all. So it will give an analysis and it will help you to come across a proper. So develop a solution and capable for available and controlling the amount of fertilizers and pesticides effectively. And also you can say that based on the analysis, the crop health can also be evaluated. So you can make sure that if the health of the crop is good, so you may not need pesticides itself. If the crop health is going bad, so you need to make sure that some insects or some worms are there, so you need to remove them. So how much pesticide is required, you need to spray for that. So all those things are there. So these are two advantages, which study still advantages. You can take note of these things. I think we forgot to write down. We have something. You can complete it. So if you have not written previous classes, you leave some space and continue. Tomorrow, last hour, I am going to take each and every thing. Okay, fine. We will see the next advantage. So, what are the next advantages we will see? So, the next one is water management. The next one is water management. So, what do you understand by water management? So, as you know that water plays a major role in productivity, and you are not supposed to. There are some places where getting sufficient water is very difficult. So, you need to make sure that the resources are utilized properly. So, water in the agriculture field has an effective, and you know that it is a global resource. And see, even though we have a lot of water available in on the land, but only how much percentage can be used by human and plants? It's less than 1%. 1%. So that is the thing. So it is limited. Current. That is subscription. Now what is the next advantage? That is water management. So in what way you can say that water can be managed? So you can make sure that you use the sufficient amount of water which is required for the plants, and then you need to make sure that it is not being wasted or it is not overused. Okay, so those things are there. So you can see that that is one of the advantage what you can understand. And various solutions are possible with this. So we can see that it increases the field productivity. So what you can say, if you have proper utilization of water resources, it will give you a proper facility. Then next one is, so it is very important to maintain the water level and moisture of the soil, all those things. So next one is real time. What is real time remote monitoring? What is real time remote monitoring? Yeah, if you are at any point of means contact, you can monitor the entire process. So you can see that the stakeholders, wherever they are, if they are away from the farmland, also we can monitor and we can make sure that whether the process is fine, is there any problem, all those things can be monitored. Now you can see that if you have a camera at your home, you can even see that always you can monitor that what is going on. So that's what you can do it. So such as crop and soil condition, plant health, what is the weather condition, all those things can be monitored. Using the means you can use the mobile phone or smart devices, for doing post process. So what are the next possible advantages? We have seen now as of now we have seen 4 advantages. What are those advantages we have seen? Okay, first one is what we have seen. Automatic seeding. Second one is next one is what? Pesticide and fertilization. And the third one is water resources management of water. Then the fourth one is real-time remote monitoring. Any other advantages? Any other advantage? Do you feel any other advantage is there? Yes, there are. You can easily estimate the yield of production. Means how much you are going to get this time, whether you are going to get 110, 10, 10, 110, what is the productivity you are going to get it. So you can say that easily yield estimation can be done using the records of whatever information you have. What is the advantage of having a yield estimation? You can make sure that, see here, Sometimes some products cost in the market will fluctuate very fast. So if you have a yield estimation, you can make sure that okay, at this point of time I am going to get so much of yield, whether I have to give it at this point of time or some other time. So you can make sure that the farmer gets more benefit out of the same productivity. Okay, so it is very important for us. Then production overview also is the next thing, where the analysis of that's what market rate, market demand, and optimum crop yields. All this decides the future process, and it is very much important for any farmer. Okay, and force multiplier means the stronghold of their farming, crop management. You have to understand that there is completely a complete in agriculture universities and all, they study almost 3 to 4 years the same process. How the crop manufacturing is, how crop productivity can be improved, what is the culture of the plant, how the plant behaves in certain period of time. So many analysis can be done. It's having a wide variety of opportunities, and you can say that detailed production overview will help the farmers to have a good device, handheld devices, which helps to give them the clear analysis of what is happening at which point of time and what action need to be initiated. So we have seen now 6 advantages. Any more advantages? Any more advantages? Yeah, we will have some more. So these are the 6 basic advantages we can say. We can have many advantages by the using of technology. There is no limit when you use the technology. So what will happen when you are using a technology? For example, the crop that is this much acre of land, you can make sure that it gives you the maximum productivity. Once it reaches the maximum productivity, then the technology can ensure that it is maintained throughout the land for a certain period of time. So that is the advantage of using the technology. For this, simply you are doing your agricultural process, you may get the products, but you may not utilize it to the maximum extent. So by using the technology, you can make sure that the productivity can be improved to the maximum extent. So these are some of the advantages. So what are the advantages we have seen? What are the advantages we have seen? First one is automatic grading process. Second one is fertilizers and process. Production. So we will now see one more case study where one of the research scholar or one of the author has studied in detail the productivity of the land and what he has come across in the process of understanding this. So we are going to study the case study in which the assessment of leaf area index using IoT based agricultural system. So what do you mean by leaf area index? What is leaf area? See, for any plant, which is the most important, everything is important, but most important is what? Food is also important, leaf is also important. So, but you can see that if you observe a plant closely, you can see that if it is having any disease, it will reflect on its leaves. First, okay, if it is having any shortage of nutrients, it will reflect on its leaves. If it is not able to collect the sunlight properly, it will reflect on its leaves. So, and you can see that any plant, if you take more, you can say more space is covered by the leaf itself. Isn't it? The root cell body that is there, but still let us consider. So we need to understand the leaf area index using IoT based technology. So what is that? This means leaf area. What are the process it is going to carry out? So that is what the study has been done. So leaf area index is denoted as LAI, and you can say that this is one of the figure taken from one of the article. So where you can see that it's not from the textbook. Okay, so you can see that this is the ground. This is the leaf portion. This is the leaf portion where you can see that the ground area is 1 meter square. Then leaf area is 1 meter square. Then you can say leaf area index is 1:1. Understood that? If the leaf area is 1 meter square, the ground area is 1 meter square, then you can say that leaf area index is 1:1. But if ground area is 1 meter square, leaf area is 3 meters square, you can see here. In the figure it is very clear. Then you say that the leaf area index is 3:1. Just for you to make a clear idea of what is leaf area index. Is that clear for you what is leaf area index? See, if you are taking a leaf for 1 meter square, the ground area is also 1 meter square, it is 1:1. If you are having, for example, 1, 2, 3 leaves, in the same ground level, then it is 3:1. So that is what it's all about, the leaf area index. So the leaf area index is a dimension less quantity, and total leaf area per unit area is also determined. The portion of the leaf, what is that I have told you. So what is that? The portion of the plant which is above the ground, and this leaf area index plays a major role. So let us see the architecture. We will see the architecture, hardware, and all those things. Like one of the scientists have done the study on a particular portion, and we will see how he has done all these things. Okay. So it is a case study. So when we talk about the architecture, the hardware and software is involved in it, and you can say that the implementation is to develop the IoT-based framework for leaf area index assessment. So you are now here, your main focus is the assessment of leaf area index. So when you are doing the leaf area index assessment, you can make sure that what will be the productivity of the plant, how much you are going to get the plant productivity, you can assume or you can predict. Okay, that is all very important for an agricultural land which is of very huge acre of land if it is there, and you are taking samples of a certain portion. You have to see, you are not going to measure all land. You are going to take a sample and you are going to study that, and you make sure that this happens for the entire land. So that is what. So this is an important component of the system, and you have studied that wireless sensor networks, which plays an important role in the LAI unit assumption and process. Okay, so you can say that used in two types of sensors we are going to use. For this, we are going to use two types of sensors. One is called as ground level sensor. Another is called as reference sensor. So two sensors will be using ground level sensor and reference sensor. We are going to measure the LAI. What is LAI? Index. So we are going to measure that. Why we are measuring it? To make sure that what is the productivity of the plant after a certain period of time. Okay, what the crop it is going to see. You understand that everything is done, you will study and research and make sure that the productivity is not going to be good in next 3 months of time. Whether you retain that time, you will go for some other cultivation. Isn't it? So it gives a clear indication of what the farmer will get up down the line, and measure the physiosynthetically and active radiation pattern and distance between the all those processes. It will be clear then. You can say that GS and R are connected and form the star topology. You have studied different topologies in the first module. Ring topology, star topology, mesh topology, and all. So here we are going with the star topology. So what you can see is the solar panel is used in order to charge the cluster. So you are using all these hardware devices and all. So it needs to be charged. You are going to go with the solar panel, and the cluster head is the IoT. In the IoT architecture, that cluster head is attached to the central base station, and which acts as the gateway. So all these things you have studied in the previous module also, isn't it? You have a gateway, you have sensors, you have a cluster head. You have studied or not? So those things, it is going to make an architecture for that. Means it is going to build a hardware structure where you can collect the information and you can pass it on further. So this is the architecture of IoT. What you are going to see, we will see with a figure. So this is the system architecture where you can see that this is the cluster. So we have sensors connected. In this cluster, you have a cluster head, and from the cluster head, you are going to go for the gateway. From the gateway, you are going to connect to the internet, and further, all the process, whatever we have discussed in the previous module, also the same thing. Similarly, you will be having cluster 1, cluster 2, so on. Okay, is that clear for you? So once it goes to the internet, you can see that it will be going to the IoT infrastructure, and then it will be taken to the user. So you will be having different clusters where the sensor nodes are connected. Each sensor node output is going to the each output of sensor node is going to the cluster head. From the cluster head, it is passed on to the gateway, and the end user will get the output. This is what the system architecture is. We study this case still in detail with little more like hardware infrastructure, all those things will be studied, and how the LAI is going to impact agricultural products. This is just an overview for this. We'll go with a little more. Now only we have gone with the architecture. Further in detail we will be studying in the upcoming classes. Okay. So this is what it is clear for you. This is how the information will be collected and it will be transmitted to the end user. Okay. So we'll wind up for today. We'll come back with the rest of the portions in the next class. Okay. Thank you.